Welcome to the Panic Button. I'm Nina.
I'm Jessie.
And I saw this video of Pride, at Pride, where they had like a group of dudes with their asses hanging out, and they're wearing like little tiny thongs, and they had the dog masks on. And you see them all clumped together, and you see their ass cheeks. And then you see someone with a stroller going by with a child in it, just looking around at all the ass cheeks. And I got very uncomfortable.
As you should.
Like, how is that not uncomfortable for the parents? My child is seeing some man's ass cheeks. Some strange man that I don't know.
I think the problem is that a lot of people are at this, like, you remember, like, the hippies? They're like, oh, man, peace and love, be as naked as you want to be, I don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. The world's so drugged up and so, like, used to all this stuff that they'll just bring their kids there anyways. And it makes no sense because I know I wouldn't bring my kids there. If there's any type of, like that, or the one we reacted to with the man on the truck whipping that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the things I don't want my kid to be exposed to and I would walk out of an event for. Let's say that they said it was a family-friendly Pride event, right? So you bring your kids. The second you see that, the second I see that, I'm leaving.
That would be expected. I would hope.
Why would you stay?
Why do parents stay when they see that and they have their child with them?
That's just
maybe they're so desensitized, or they think that why are they bringing their? I don't know. I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer for why you would bring your child aside to like have them see this stuff as normal.
It's because you want the clicks from your kid being all gay and stuff. I'm telling you. They're just normalized to it, and they want to be proactively left-leaning. Look at me, I'm so great.
So left-leaning means taking your kids to where there are people that are adults and naked.
Hey, little guy, you got to accept that people are gay. We're going to make sure you see it from the time you're a baby until the time you die.
When did Pride become a kink parade?
From what I've seen, Pride has always been kinks and sex and showing that off, right?
So if it's always been like, first of all, I don't even understand that. Why would Pride be about kink? I thought it was about love.
I think
your
it's more
sexual
about
orientation.
It's like liberation. Yeah, so if it's about your sexual orientation, it should be about sex stuff, right? It's like what you do in the bedroom. But then they started bringing kids.
I thought it was about loving, not about fucking. See, this is where it all got mixed up. Because it used to be we love who we love. We're born this way. It's not we fuck who we fuck. We're born this way. That's fucking sick. That's twisted. That's not what Pride is supposed to be about. Is it supposed to be about love? But Pride should have never been about kink to begin with. I don't believe it ever started out like that. Definitely not. It turned into it once these creepy fucking people started invading. Libs of TikTok posted a video with a chick from Queer Kid Stuff. She's replying to someone who commented and said, I've never seen kink at Pride that felt inappropriate for kids.
What?
Well, anyway, here's this creep.
I want to clarify this for a second here. I'm not saying that kink isn't kid-friendly. I'm saying that kids and kink can coexist at Pride in a totally fine way. There's a nuance here, that making an event kid-friendly doesn't mean sanitizing it, aka taking something like kink out of Pride. Making Pride kid-friendly is not the same thing as sanitizing Pride. Making a Pride event kid-friendly, or I prefer kid-safe, is about making sure we're including and putting kid and youth voices and including them in Pride and particularly any justice spaces. Kids and youth voices are vital to justice movements because they are a vulnerable and marginalized group on their own, which includes their intersecting identities and oppressions. So I'm not saying that kink isn't appropriate for kids. I'm saying they can and should coexist with each other. I want to clarify this for a second here. I'm not...
We have been invaded by people who are so creepy, who want to involve kids in this stuff. It makes no sense. It's twisted. And the fact that there are so many people that I have seen online who are like this, who are okay with this, I just can't. It's like I'm living in another fucking universe. I never thought I would see the day where people say, yeah, kids and kink can coexist together. Yeah, in the Chomo universe, in the universe where adults like kids, in that special kind of way.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
But not in the real world. This is not supposed to be like this. And the fact that this is a reality, I have lost so much hope for not only the LGBT community, but for fucking humankind.
First of all, it's disgusting to even think about children and kink in the same vicinity. How do you get to this point? How do you say we want to be accepted by everyone? No, we're not groomers. No, we don't want to go and do things to your kids. But we can have kids and kink at the same time. We just need voices for it. No. Can I just tell you, like, growing up, when I started figuring out what I liked, I also figured it out on my own. There was no voices I needed. I didn't need voices. They have what they need. They have the internet. And that's more than enough. Okay? Have you been there? They tell you everything. If you're even kind of curious, you know. Was I into stuff when I was younger? Yes. But did I find it out from some adult? No. I went online and I figured it out myself. It's creepy. When are you ever going to look at your kid and be like, hey, Jimmy, what are your kinks? I don't want to know.
Well, I've heard that there are people that are outside, like, having sex and doing stuff at pride parades, and kids are just walking by. The one way you can really mess up a kid is by exposing them to sex stuff way too early. And these adults are doing it and they think that they're being kind and loving. But what they're doing is they're preying. They're preying on these poor kids who don't fucking know any better. And it's going to mess with their heads.
You know,
and I hope that the people who fucked with them, their heads roll.
You know, to begin with, kink usually comes from a mentally unwell place.
Mm-hmm.
So why are we going to sit there and show children, hey, this is fun, this is great, this is what you want?
This is loving. This is normal.
You think this is what they need to hear? This is what they need to see? Shameful.
Shame.
And you guys want the Republicans to chill out with calling you groomers and pedophiles and all this other stuff, trying to take away gay marriage now because of shit like that? Well, look at who did it.
All of y'all.
This person has been online for the better half of a decade, I'm pretty sure.
A long time.
We've done this before. I'll link it in the fucking video. This person constantly talks to children online. That is scary. That is terrifying. And then to hear those words come out, you should be daunted by that. You should be completely enraged. And to sit there and get mad at people for not wanting to support us, how can you? I don't associate with you guys for a reason. I don't appreciate what my community has become. And it's not mine.
Makes me so hardened to the fact that it's happening and so many people are letting it happen and seeing it and being okay with it. It almost makes me want to be like, fuck it. It's not my kid. At least I don't have to worry about my kid because I don't have one.
The problem with that mentality is that no one speaks out. Because that's how a lot of people are looking at it right now.
Like,
my kid won't go to
well.
Pride. I won't send my kid to Pride. I won't let my kid go through that. And that's why the Muslims and the Christians have ganged up. And there's some school district, though, where Muslim parents and Christian parents have teamed up because they just don't agree with the curriculum. Now,
no one has the right to be teaching sex to anyone's fucking kids except for their parents.
No, I agree.
And any person who wants to teach that kind of shit to a child, I have serious fucking questions about. And the people who hired those people. I have serious questions I need answered. And I'm pretty sure even if you ask these people this, they wouldn't give you a direct answer. They stand for nothing. They only stand for themselves. They're not good people. I'm almost like, let's just burn the whole thing down. Let's just burn the whole LGBTQ thing down. Let's just burn it down.
What does it matter?
I've become so fucking red-pilled to this shit. I've become so pessimistic, you know? So just, like, fuck it. I have no hope in humankind. I have no hope.
There is no hope.
Well, look at how they've handled this so far.
Yeah. Not good?
This is just exactly why people are talking shit about people like in the community. And then people like us can't separate from it because, well, we're gay, so we must be in the acronym. But that's just what we do. It's not our political stance. They need to change their group from something about sexuality to something that's a political group. Because what you're fighting for is not sexual, it is political.
What's happened is the child lovers have invaded, and
The
because the shroomers have invaded, and because they've invaded, there's no way to get them out. There's no way to get them out. For some reason, they have taken over, and now the only thing that we can do is burn it down. That's what I'm saying. Just burn it down.
Well, us two non-men can go burn down the patriarchy. I'm gonna change our description from 2 lesbians to 2 non-men having a discussion.
There you go, 2 non-men having a discussion.
The non-men podcast.
Patriarchy is alive and well within the LGBTQ community.
I
when
love
you see
it.
Johns Hopkins changing the definition of lesbian to non-men.
I love it. They're like, hey, you guys hate men? Well, then you're just non-men. Talk about being degraded. It's like you don't like them, you don't want them. Well, now your title is them. Woman in itself says man. It's the no man. What the fuck is that shit? You took off part of the W and you just went at it. It makes no goddamn sense. Wait, girl's not a thing. Non-boy. Non-boy.
There you go. You've erased women and girls, all by allowing crazy people to invade. Thanks. You completely erased lesbians.
Stop it. Non-men.
You erased us. Well, you think you erased us, but you can't fucking get rid of us. Because we're still going to call ourselves women.
Don't forget, women hold grudges. Oh, non-men hold grudges.
Yes. The white men who try to like defend the LGBTQ. The white straight guys who do it. Oh my god.
You're talking about the little pansy ass skinny
Oh
skater boy
my
looking
God.
fucks though. I'm talking about the real
No, I'm
men.
talking about like even guys who look like real men, but they're actually not.
No, I'm talking about like the burly motherfucking it's a man being like, don't call my daughter sis.
Any man who has a daughter and touts this shit,
They don't have a daughter.
they need to hate.
They don't have a daughter.
Big slap.
They don't have a daughter. They're getting nailed in the McDonald's bathroom. So you should just go ahead and move on with your life.
While peering through the glory hole.
No, they are sitting mouth open at the glory hole, just ready for it. I'm telling you, they want dudes. They don't want chicks.
Well, there's 2 doors in a stall. The one has the glory hole for one end. The one has the glory hole for the other end. And he's taking it from both sides. That's what I think of when I think of
He's the wall.
men, straight men who defend this shit. Yeah.
The wall enjoys being there.
Yeah.
It sounds more
They're getting
like
used. They're repeating, they're like parrots.
it sounds more like he's Lucky Pierre. You know Lucky Pierre is the 3-way. You're the one in the middle.
No, I never heard that before.
Yeah, yeah. It's called Lucky Pierre because you're getting and giving. Look it up on Urban Dictionary. Listen, don't come at me for knowing things.
Anyway, what do you guys think? When do you think Kink started at Pride? Was it always here? Was it always there? I don't know. Do you think kids belong at Pride? Do you think it's okay to infuse children with kink?
Do you
Let
want to
us
be
know.
Lucky Pierre?
Let us know in the comments below.